My current obsession with Hunter x Hunter needs to stop. Just now I was thinking to myself, do I even want to make this video? This episode's going really well. I just want to keep watching this. And anybody who does anything realizes how unproductive of a thought that was. And I was just like, you know what? No, we need to go make this video right now. Or else I'm just gonna get swept up in a whole wave of episodes. So that's my life right now. So far, Jump Force's roster is looking like it's gonna be pretty amazing. But the reason I'm able to make that statement is because I'm making a lot of assumptions about what the final roster looks like. In fact, the entire community keeps making these assumptions because every single time a character is revealed, everyone's really excited about it, which makes sense, right? But I've done a lot of theory crafting about the roster and the size of the roster, and I have 3 different spreadsheets right now trying to calculate what that final roster size is going to end up looking like. And unless we have a roster that ends up with like 52 characters, one of the following things has to happen. No My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is almost definitely going to be in Jump Force. I would be shocked if it wasn't. However, it's one of the options on this list because it's a sad reality we might have to face. It's currently one of the most popular shonen series, but that doesn't mean they won't exclude it from the roster. Again, I'm not saying that's likely, I'm just saying it's one of the possibilities. Next up is Dragon Ball and Naruto's rosters are already complete. Dragon Ball and Naruto are very underrepresented so far. Naruto is sitting at 2 characters, one of which being the main character of the series, and the other being his lifelong rival. Dragon Ball is sitting at 3 different characters, with Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza. Most of us are assuming that both of these rosters are going to receive more characters, which is probably true, but there is always the off chance they were already looking at the full Naruto and Dragon Ball roster. Again, I'm not saying that's likely, I'm just saying it's one of the possible options. And finally, no non-mainstream characters. Now, what exactly do I mean by non-mainstream? What counts as non-mainstream? I don't really know. It's a difficult question. I'd consider series like JoJo's, Yu-Gi-Oh!, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Bleach, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Black Clover, and even Death Note, although we know what happened to Death Note. All of those would be considered like mainstream, and even Fist of the North Star, throw it on there. But then there's other series like Bobobo and Saint Seiya and Assassination Classroom, which I would consider far less mainstream. In fact, I would go so far as to call them niche. Are these types of series going to be excluded from the roster? I honestly think so at this point, and the whole reason I wanted to make this video talking about the idea of possibly maybe no My Hero characters, or possibly the Dragon Ball and Naruto rosters are already done, or possibly we're going to miss out on series like Saint Seiya, Bobobo, Assassination Classroom, heck, even Gintama. We might end up missing out on those because when we look at the roster that we have right now, it's looking pretty stacked already, and we have 5 months between the release of the game. We already have 20 characters. If we would fill out both the Dragon Ball roster and the Naruto roster to 5 characters, we're now looking at 25 characters. And if we then add let's say a minimum of 3 JoJo's characters, we're now at 28. Let's say we add a couple Fist of the North Star characters, now we're up to 30. Let's throw in My Hero Academia. Let's say that pumps us all the way up to 35. On top of that, you have to look at the other series that are also already on the roster. Are we going to put Black Clover in this game? There's at least an extra slot, although I'll consider it 2 slots for the sake of this. Now we're up to 37 characters. Does Yu-Gi-Oh! Get more representatives? I would hope so. And considering Yugi himself got Slifer the Sky Dragon, my current predictions for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Roster are Kaiba and Marik. That gives us an extra 2. So you can see how quickly we're building up this roster. On top of that, maybe One Piece gets another character. Maybe Bleach gets another character. Maybe Yu Yu Hakusho gets 1 or 2 more characters. Now we're getting into the 40s. I'm not saying it's impossible for this game to have a 40 character roster. I'm saying to go above and beyond that, to get series like Saint Seiya, to get Assassination Classroom, to be able to get Medaka Box, to be able to get Bobobo, to be able to get Gintama, to be able to get Beelzebub, to be able to get Hitman Reborn, to be able to get Lucky Man, to be able to get Toriko, to be able to get Shaman King, to be able to get all of that onto the same roster is going to be very difficult, because then your numbers end up looking like this. Which, by the way, that theory crafted roster you're looking at is 50 characters. Now, granted, the 3 JoJo's characters isn't confirmed, the 2 Black Clover characters isn't confirmed, the 2 Fist of the North Star, none of this stuff is confirmed, but what I'm saying is something doesn't fit here. We're either not getting Black Clover, we're not getting My Hero Academia, we're not getting something. And I hope that of all the things we've talked about in this video, the thing we don't get is those smaller niche series, because I would prefer a couple more Naruto characters, or a couple more One Piece characters, or a couple more My Hero Academia characters than we would have gotten, as opposed to having smaller franchises like Senseiya and Assassination Classroom. The more and more characters that Spike reveals, the more I'm surprised with the smaller franchises representation. For example, I did not expect a series like Hunter x Hunter, which for all intents and purposes is a smaller series. I did not expect them to get 4 characters. And again, unless the roster is 50 characters plus, I don't think that we're going to get everything we want. And right now, all I'm hoping for is that My Hero Academia isn't the thing getting axed here. I'm pretty confident it will be the smaller series, because why wouldn't they capitalize on My Hero Academia? One possibility is that they save a lot of the My Hero Academia characters for DLC. Let me know what you think. Between the possibility of there being no My Hero Academia characters, there being no more Dragon Ball or Naruto characters, or there being none of the lesser known animes, which would you prefer? Which one of those options would you prefer Spike to go with? Again, I would prefer to eliminate the smaller franchises like Bobobo, like Senseiya, in order to focus on getting more characters from the more popular franchises into the game. Let me know which one of those options you would prefer in the comment section, and let me know which one of those options you're predicting, because, you know, those two answers might be very different. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed and you're new around here, remember to subscribe, remember to leave a like on the video. You can check out yesterday's video and more videos at the end of this video. That's gonna all pop up. In fact, it might have already popped up by now. My name's been Bilbzy, and I'll see you in the next video.